Hello and welcome to another episode of Between Two Pints. I'm your host, Rob, and with me today again is Jay. Jay, you're not here to talk about West Coast swing this time.
Not this time.
And we talked about this last time on your episode very briefly, but I'm a fitness guy. I know I may not look it, but my roommates are really into fitness, and we're always looking for interesting supplements. You are into supplements as well.
I would say, if anything, just to kind of clarify, it's like there's supplements, but then there's also this thing that I found out, and it's called Nutraceuticals. So basically, nutraceuticals are plant-based formulas, but are pharmaceuticals. So imagine plant-based compounds, and that's the idea. So you have this amazing synergistic formula of stuff. So if you were to go to a health food store, you don't know what you're buying, what the dose is, all these different things. And supposed experts, I'm finding out more and more, is their education towards these things is very limited. So all this different stuff, the nutraceuticals, the idea of it is, imagine having amazing $1 million resources and totally philanthropic millionaire kind of people, and they're doing all the research, they're doing all this different stuff, and then you've got this amazing formula, putting all these ingredients together. And if you were to buy them separately, holy cow, that'd be a lot of money.
And this is a specific company we're talking about here.
Totally. The company's called Univera.
Yeah, and you've been telling me, because you're a West Coast swing teacher, and dancing is crazy. I know a lot of people probably watching, they don't dance. There's a lot of mind going in there because you're thinking about moving through space and not bumping into other people on the dance floor. But yeah, it's exhausting in some ways. And I can think that even teaching on top of that must be grueling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you do things you go to these dance conventions where you dance for 30 hours in 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. So basically the idea of that with the teaching is the brain fog that a teacher gets. It's insane. Imagine teaching 4 or 5 hours of private lessons. And I mean, we don't typically be on it, right? We're going from place to place, or you're going from one lesson to the next. You get a lot of brain fog.
Yeah,
a lot of different stuff.
And I mean, honestly, the gaming conventions I've been to, food isn't exactly easy to come by or quick, and usually it's a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And
for us with the dance conventions, you're talking hotel food. So now it's $15 meals.
Yeah.
And really, that's actually what we end up doing on the cheap is we'll just order pizza.
Right.
And we'll bring it to the hotel. We'll actually get it delivered because that's the way to go, right?
Yeah.
So things like that. But that's what I found is most recently, I would say, doing teachers training in San Diego, it was 9 days of extensive training, while the 3 days was all teachers training. And it was just having some quick, healthy, fast food was amazing. And what I noticed was typically, you were saying, touching 300 people in contact with, and you're coming home and you're sleep deprived and all this different stuff. And usually I'm sore, Epsom salt baths, brain fog. I usually just go in a coma. We actually have a term for it. It's swung over, right? So we're not hungover, we're swung over.
Well, and they have the term for gaming conventions, con crud. Or and it's just so true. You get home and you're just oh, I've got this horrible combination of 3 illnesses. And for the game, these board game conventions, you're playing board games with dozens of people, repeatedly, or hundreds of people over a couple days. And for me, I know I'll take a bottle of multivitamins and a bottle of spirulina pills, and maybe some vitamin C. But you were telling me, and I already know this, and probably a lot of people watching know this, multivitamins are kind of questionable at best.
Yeah.
I joke I take them because the placebo effect is stronger than ever, and I'll take whatever benefit I can get. So the placebo effect is good enough. But now we're actually going to try this stuff. This is one of Univera's products called Extra.
Yeah, totally.
Do you want to tell us about this while I pour us a shot? We're going to do shots on this episode, guys. Unfortunately, there's no alcohol in it. Maybe Univera, if you're listening, you should work on a line of energy techno rave drinks. Just saying.
No doubt.
Probably ridiculous.
And actually, oddly enough, I was going to bring this up. This is big. This is all about cellular renewal and rebuild, right? So in terms of rebuild after the damage you have for partying, this is huge. If you put this in any of your drinks, say if you had instead of that vodka Red Bull,
Yeah.
What if you had vodka extra?
Hey, how do you know
hungover?
How do you know I have vodka Red Bull all the time? It's like
I had no idea, but I sensed it, right? But that's a huge thing, and to me that's awesome. So like right on the bottle, I'm just going to read quickly. It says supports cognitive function. Who doesn't want that, right?
Yep.
Helps manage stress. Like a couple of my students that are trying this now, it's like it's a calm juice. Flat out, right? I've heard ninja juice. It's all about that zen calmness, not this like jittery caffeinated energy. It's more about like, wow. That's that whole nutraceutical thing. It's like imagine a natural compound, but with pharmaceutical research.
right.
It's what the pharmaceutical company, I believe, should be.
All right, well, let's do a shot of this. I want to try
do it,
this.
Man. Well, the big thing is one, this is like basically an ounce. So we'll actually probably mix a little bit of water.
All right.
Because it comes as a concentrate. And then the other thing about it is, what were you saying? You were saying the idea of this stuff in general. Oh, yeah, like Chinese herbs, all that different stuff is in it. So what I find is you've got all this different stuff going on with the calmness. Oh, and you were talking about the dance convention, right?
Right.
So after 9 days, I came home. One was not sick. The girlfriend was like, what? Seriously? You usually get sick at these things and you need to recharge. No. Taught private lessons, no problem.
Awesome.
And then the other thing was joint comfort. So it was like, man, I had I didn't notice any soreness and achiness in my body. And normally I'm living in like Epsom salts, right? Repetitive stress injury, all this different stuff. Because really, we're being pro athletes.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, and I mean, and that's the thing is like, I'm not as young as I used to be. And I've definitely, over the last few years, had like weird things or injuries or issues with my shoulders that I never had in my life before. And suddenly the things of like preventative things I can do to like help not make me like, if I have to skip the gym for 2 weeks, I get like unhappy and it's like an issue in my life.
No doubt.
So like, yeah, I'm really interested in this. So let's do this, man. And then we're going to talk about where maybe people can get this or try this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not hard alcohol. Not even alcoholic at all. That tastes pretty smooth. You've actually told me a couple times like, oh, if it's too sweet, you just add water. And like,
totally,
dude, I grew up on North American candy, and this isn't even remotely sweet.
Well, the one big thing is this is a U.S. company that's become Canadian distributed, and the U.S., what I've heard, is way more sweeter.
Yeah,
like their formulas.
The U.S.
are
is
sweeter.
pretty sweet.
Yeah. Huge, man. So things like that for sure. But yeah, you cut it with a lemon. I put it in a water bottle. I'm good to go, man. Like talk about time release formula. Just it's amazing.
What do you take? What is you take extra? Do you take anything else? They have other ones. Is there an aloe based one, I think?
Yeah, so basically this company, the short version is it's all aloe based. They're the number one organic aloe farmer in the world. They've got all different farms around like Malaysia, Siberia, everything. Just unbelievable. It's a total heart-based philanthropic company. And so the aloe and the extra, they call it the perfect combo.
Right.
It's two ounces of each. That's your best optimum results kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I guess the only thing we need to know is like where they can get it. Can they order it online? How does that work?
So basically it's an online store. They're based out of Seattle. You know, it's a Korean company. It's really, really heart-centered. It's very word of mouth. So I would say, you know, the whole network marketing, we're talking about the idea of Tupperware. No longer. Now it's more relationship marketing. So it's who you know.
So basically, I can order online or I can talk to you and you can get me a discount.
Bingo.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
or find someone in their area.
So for anybody who's local to Vancouver or wants to find someone in their area, we're going to put Jay's email below. Cool. And you can get the same deal that I'm going to get when I order some off Jay. But we are out of time, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this unusual episode where we shot some crazy health drink.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks Jay for coming on.
How do you like the taste? That's the big thing is health products tend to be a little on the bitter, gross side.
This tasted completely fine.
Yeah.
It was actually not sweet enough. I'd probably add some lemon to it just to give it a little bit more kick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
But like, thanks for joining us, Jay. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave some comments. Do you take supplements? Do you want to tell us some supplements you like or approve of? I know I love my multi-B complex ones. They're great. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching and have a great night. let's go get some more beer.